Succession Explained, Season 1, Episode 2. Shit Show at the Fuck Factory. Logan Roy is unconscious in the hospital after a catastrophic stroke, and Waystar Royco needs a leader before markets open. Kendall was publicly rejected as successor just hours before Logan collapsed, but the board wants him as acting CEO anyway. Roman claims Logan promoted him to COO right before the stroke. Siobhan stayed outside the business, but now faces questions about whether family control survives. With Logan incapacitated, his children must decide whether to unite behind Kendall or risk losing the company to outsiders, while discovering the empire carries hidden dangers.
Logan is in the ICU, unconscious after the hemorrhagic stroke. The doctors are watching him, not operating yet, which means no one knows if he'll recover or how long this will take.
And the company can't just wait?
Not even close. The board needs to announce a leadership plan before markets open, which is hours away.
But remember, Logan just rejected Kendall as successor, fired Frank, and the kids were fighting over that trust amendment. There's no plan and nobody the family agrees on.
Right, and Roman is now claiming Logan promoted him to COO right before the collapse.
Did he actually?
That's contested. Everything Logan said before collapsing is suddenly up for interpretation. The board meets and essentially says, "We need someone now," and Kendall is the obvious choice. He's been groomed for this, he knows the company, and he's a Roy.
Even though Logan just humiliated him publicly?
That's exactly why Roman and Siobhan push back. They watched their father reject Kendall hours ago. Why should they now endorse him?
And there are alternatives. Jerry, the general counsel, is incredibly experienced. Frank could come back despite being fired. They could even bring in an outside executive.
Frank actually gets asked and declines. He's done. Jerry is offered the role and also says no.
So it really is Kendall or an outsider.
Essentially, yes. And that changes the calculation for everyone. Roman initially blocks Kendall hard, arguing that Logan's last decision was to reject him, and that maybe he promoted Roman instead. But then Roman pivots completely.
Why does he change his mind?
Because he negotiates something. He'll support Kendall if Kendall makes him COO. It becomes a partnership rather than a rivalry.
And Roman actually sells this to Siobhan by framing it as family versus outsiders. If they bring in someone external, the Roys could lose control permanently. Better Kendall than losing the company.
Siobhan is reluctant but eventually agrees. She doesn't trust Kendall, but she trusts an outsider even less.
So it's unity out of necessity, not loyalty.
Exactly. The alliance is strategic, not affectionate. The board approves Kendall as acting CEO with Roman as COO. It's formalized, announced internally, and for a moment, it looks like the crisis is contained.
But it's not?
Not remotely. Right after the appointment, Jerry pulls Kendall aside and tells him something Logan kept hidden for decades.
The company is carrying $3 billion in debt that's secured against the stock price. If the stock falls below a certain level, creditors can demand immediate repayment.
Which the company doesn't have. So if the market panics about Logan's condition or Kendall's leadership, the whole thing could collapse.
Did Kendall know about this debt?
No. Logan never told him. It's a ticking bomb he just inherited. What's devastating here is that Kendall wins the title he's wanted for years, but it's completely hollow. He's acting CEO of a company that might implode at any moment.
And his siblings don't actually believe in him?
They believe in keeping control in the family. That's not the same thing as believing in Kendall.
Meanwhile, Marcia asserts herself as Logan's medical proxy, blocking a hospital transfer the family wanted. She's controlling Logan's body while the kids control the company, and those are separate power bases now.
And Walter, the acquisition Kendall just closed, publishes a brutal story about the turmoil because of editorial independence clauses.
So even his big strategic win is backfiring?
Yes. Everything Kendall fought for is either poisoned or fragile. He has the role, but he's got massive hidden debt, a divided family, a hostile media property, and a father who might wake up and fire him all over again.
Kendall holds the title, but the company hides $3 billion in debt that collapses if markets panic. His siblings chose family control over an outsider, not him.